Hello, this is the Sainted Jesters, and welcome to the Cadian 13th. My bedroom, and a hand that will cast shadows when I completely mess this up. This is the Cadian 13th. I've been collecting Cadians for God knows how long now. Pretty much about, probably going over 20 years or something like that now, so something along those lines. Even it's about 20? No. Collecting Warhammer for about 20 years. Cadians have probably been about 10 or so, 10 years or so. And I love armoured warfare. I love the tanks. I love the fact that just throw enough tanks at someone and it will win. So hence why I've got the 13th. Leading off the 13th, if I can get him into focus, hopefully. And yes, I am on a camera, phone, whatever, one of them. Is Commissar Sebastian Yarrick's. Of course it is, and say he shouts out all the orders because he's a badass. Come on, he's got a giant claw he rips off a giant orc. What more do you need? And helping him lead the armies is 2 command squads with their commanders. Everyone's got the same, so flags, medics, rocks, weapons. One thing I absolutely love is flags and banners. Absolutely love them. One thing I wish I could, and maybe actually try and do this somewhere, is for all the squads to actually have a banner or something, on sergeants maybe, or even on the platoon commanders. Something just to show off the heritage, should we say. But we have an arseload of infantry. We've got 3 companies, we've got 1, 2 and 3, because the Imperial Guard is always needing a literally arse ton of men. They're all pretty much the same. Everyone's got 9 men, heavy weapon, Fox, support or, no, heavy or special weapon, one of them, and a sergeant. Everyone's got the same then, it's all last gun. But I've got 9 squads of these, apart from these right at the back. That is my special weapon squads, if I can try and get into focus. There we go. All these are heavy or special weapons. If I need to, I can use them as a full squads, as like if you want to say veterans, or I can second them into different squads if needed, depending on who I'm facing against. But yeah, an absolute boatload of troops and commanders, respectively. So yay, enjoy the infantries. On this side, we have all the heavy weapons and support weapons. I got a lot of missiles and got a few auto cannons in there. Mainly because I just like to sit back and actually shoot the things. Because usually things I'm going up against are like heavily armoured Tyranids, or say other, if like Chaos regiments and stuff like that. Chaos Imperial Guard. So I like to literally shoot and literally make sure I actually punch a hole through something at least. So that's their jobs. And to make sure everything's going well, we have a tech priestess, surrounded by a couple of bullgrins. I've got 1 more to be made. That's why I've only got 2, not 3. But he will be made shortly, hopefully. So whenever I get the time. I do love the little tech priestess, and say instead of a standard tech priest dude, and say just something different. But more importantly is their tanks. Oh, glorious. All led by my tank commander, who's holding the 13th flag proudly. And all these tanks are the Vanquisher cannons. They're all exactly the same, apart from the sponsons. It's the only difference, and he's got a little bit more armour. But other than that, they've all got the Vanquisher cannons, and everyone wins. So, we got our tank commanders riding around in the Murder Inc. tank. Of course he is. Then we've got our Bunker Buster tank Wrath. So, armoured up and literally designed to go through the front lines. And then we've got our second tanks, the Death Jester. Of course you always need a Jester. You always need someone to make you laugh while bullets and bombs are flying over your head. And unfortunately, an unnamed, unpainted one yet. Hopefully I'll get him done as well, at the same time with the Bullgrin. See what I can do. Not sure of a name yet, but I'll probably come up with something. And another unnamed and unpainted tank, but this time of the Hellhound varieties. But his brothers, or sisters, whoever's driving it, of Kamikaze. Of course they are, and I say, the Hellhounds. They got giant tanks of Promethium stuck on the back. What more do you need in life? And once a lad did ask me why I've got pieces of twig, or logs in my case, stuck on the back of the tanks. Well, it's for when a tank gets stuck in, say, slush, mud, ice, whatever. They've got no traction, chuck these under the tracks, go either forward or backwards, and you're done, you're sorted. Everyone's winner. And in my support categories, I've got 2 basilisks. The one that's painted on the left is the Hail Marys, and the one on the right who's boxed up like an Armageddon pattern that I've just used terribly. As I say, I just wanted to do something different. I've got a lot of work still to do with him, but he is just technically a standard basilisk, no extra armours, no nothings, just something I wanted to do. And the Manticore is half painted at the moment, just at the back. And I say, he is my support tank ace, and I absolutely love him, especially with the thing of full payload. Every single missile does max damage. What more do you need in life? It's perfect. It's great. So you can literally knock out most things with one Storm Eagle rocket. Everyone wins. And of course, my Bane Blades that I have nicknamed Hammer and Anvil. Because reasons, all guns firing bloody hells. This can literally wipe out most things with one, well, if you want to say one turn of shooting. Is absolutely glorious. And say, Hammer is the main basilisk the main battle cannon, should we say, and the demolisher cannon in the hull, that's anvils. So that is my Cadian 13th. It's not exactly the greatest show and tell, should we say, in the entire world, but they're my lads and ladies. Thank you all for watching, enjoys. See you all later.